If Peter is in Jerusalem, I will find him. He knows who I am. I'm not the same man you once had reason to hate.
Who did you see?
I saw Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Show me how to kill.
Take back those words, Caligula, before I open your throat.
Do it. Were you looking forward to your new position in Rome?
Kneel in the presence of your new emperor!
Saul's become a follower of Jesus.
You can't preach the word of Jesus inside the synagogue.
That is exactly what we have to do.
He's gonna get us all killed. There are men at every gate, everybody's armed, and they're screaming your name.
Barnabas, that was incredible.
You turned a synagogue into a riot.
Everybody needs to hear the gospel of Christ. Everybody.
This way. I can get past the guards on the gate, but you can't.
This is gonna be exciting, eh?
What?
Going back to Jerusalem, seeing Peter.
I'm sure they can hardly wait. Come on.
This doesn't make sense. Saul, of all people.
He just went mad. One moment he was normal, and then the next...
This isn't madness, this is betrayal.
Did he seem genuine?
What does it matter? He's insulted you.
His conviction seemed sincere, yes.
Find him, shame him, and kill him.
Why aren't you kneeling? She's pretty.
Sorry?
Your wife.
Thank you.
Are you loyal to your emperor?
Of course.
How loyal?
My husband and I.
Not him. I don't care about him. I'm asking you. How would you show your devotion to me?
I.
Aurelius!
Yes, dear Emperor.
She doesn't like me.
My wife and I are different.
No, she doesn't. It's obvious. You like me?
I worship you.
Worship. I like that. Even though you were heard talking about me.
No.
What were the words?
I believe, he said, you were insane.
I would never say...
Aurelius, you were my uncle's trusted advisor.
Yes. And I would never say so.
Did he talk about me too? Did you laugh at me together?
These are malicious rumors.
Are you loyal?
Absolutely.
Do you love me
I do.
as much as you loved my uncle?
Of course.
But you swore eternal devotion to him. You offered up your life.
I did. And I'd do the same to you.
Your life?
Yes.
Then show me your sword. Your life.
For Rome. For my emperor. May the gods smile on my actions.
I am bored with Jerusalem. I seem to remember an argument between us, Governor. Stand up.
It was a simple misunderstanding.
This is an irritating region. The food is vile. It's too hot. And there is no love for Rome or me. You shall change that. I thought, perhaps, a statue.
Yes.
Statues of you across the empire, from Gaul to Egypt.
Yes,
We shall have one in this very room.
you will. I also thought we will have one in the temple. My likeness in the temple for all to see. That will be a start. Yes. Let's go.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Can we keep moving, please?
Amazing how something can seem so wondrous for so long and then...
Do you know, I'd love to discuss this more, perhaps when we're not standing in the middle of the street for everyone to see.
We need to say our goodbyes to the Emperor.
I'm sorry.
For what?
The way he looked at you.
Yes.
I was sent for.
This business with the statue.
What of it?
I saw you. When he announced it, I saw your face.
The wine was off.
You do know what will happen if he sends it. Jerusalem will riot, and my soldiers will kill thousands.
And the statue would desecrate the temple. Not that you'd care.
No, but you do. I see that. So you could stop it.
Me?
Talk to him. Persuade him.
I don't think so.
But he's your friend.
He's the emperor now. All right. I'll try. I'll take him back to Rome, and maybe once he's away from here, he'll forget all about it.
If the Emperor's closest friend is too frightened to approach the subject,
We'll find a way.
how do you control a madman?
This is not just your problem. This is a problem for all Judea. So we share the burden.
So, Peter.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking. Perhaps I should go ahead and talk to them.
Well, what's the talk about? We're all brothers in Christ now.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure they see it that way.
Oh, you worry too much.
Saul,
He's here, in Jerusalem.
one of the temple guards spotted him entering the city.
Find him.
This must be the place. Wait here. Let me talk to them first. Then I'll bring you up.
Right. You tell them everything that happened, just the way I told you. Yes?
Word for word.
Good. I'm a little bit nervous.
Wait here. Wait. He's a changed man.
No one can change that much.
Just meet him. Talk with him.
No, you're an idiot. Don't you see what you've done? No. Oh, no.
So this is where you're all hiding now. Hello, brothers.
You're no brother of mine. Are you alone?
Of course. I'm no threat, I swear. Brother Simon.
Don't call me that. Do you really believe that he has turned to Christ?
I do. His faith burns very brightly. Maybe a little too brightly.
I understand your fears. I do. But I've been baptized and made new again.
Oh, have you now?
Oh, Thomas. I was on the road to Damascus when Jesus visited.
You don't get to speak his name.
Simon, please.
We were getting somewhere. Building something, and then you came along. You burnt it all down.
Yes.
And?
And now I turn to Christ.
Is he always like this?
Only when he's awake.
Get out.
Saul.
Peter. John. How wonderful. I was having trouble making myself understood.
You've turned to Christ.
Peter, this is not right. I know it's not.
I know how this looks. I can vouch for him.
I want to talk to him alone. Just me and you. Me and you. We'll start on the road to Damascus.
My husband Barnabas already.
I want to hear it from your mouth.
Peter, we need to start planning.
You are going to tell me everything from the beginning.
But I'm your brother in Christ.
From the beginning.
It was like I'd always been blind, but now I saw for the very first time. You don't believe me, do you?
You wanted me dead.
I did.
So you'll understand my caution.
Yes. But this is all a bit ridiculous, surely. I know what I've done, Peter, but listening to you all downstairs, it was like you'd forgotten that Jesus had taught you forgiveness. I mean, you lived with him. You know his message, so sorry, but I'm confused.
You're right, I did live with him, so don't start lecturing me.
What was he like?
He was my best friend, and my teacher, and my brother, and my Lord and Master. He was. He is pure love. I miss him.
I don't. I feel him. And here, his spirit burns within me.
We've all been visited by the Holy Spirit, and I feel him too. just wish sometimes things were a little clearer.
It's all perfectly clear to me.
Really?
Yes. I am a student of Gamaliel. I am a Pharisaic scholar, while you have different talents. But together, bound by Jesus, we can work wonders. Don't you see? How can you have lived with him, heard his message, touched him, and still not see?
He was seen in the lower city. I was sure that we would have him, but he evaded capture.
How many times must this man make a fool of you?
I will comb every inch of this city until he is caught. I will find him, I swear.
If the Emperor is finished, then it's time to leave.
Already?
You will find a much higher quality in Rome. Much more eager.
I can't wait to be home. What about that fool pilot? What did he want?
Oh, nothing. Just more groveling. Come on, your horse is waiting. I'll race you to Joppa.
That girl didn't like me very much.
May our Emperor have a safe and uneventful journey.
It's all right. It's all right, Tabitha. It's me. He's gone. It's over. It's over.
What now? I thought we might finally have some peace.
Well, our Emperor has departed, but he has left a present for Jerusalem. In fact, it is specifically for the High Priest.
Oh?
A statue of his likeness.
Which he commands to be placed in the temple itself.
As a reminder, if you wish, of his divinity and his power.
A graven image would defile the temple and break one of our most sacred commandments. He cannot do this.
And yet he does.
The Book of Daniel foretells a moment such as this, and it promises death and destruction.
Well, now you have a new god, and he is Roman.
Well, you have the blood of thousands on your hands, Pilate. What's a few thousand more?
Not if you control your people. Which is why you will stay with me here as a guest to remind them of the strong bond between the Herod and his Roman allies.
This is not about political maneuvering. This is about the destruction of the temple!
Will you keep your voice down? The one thing I'm sure we can agree upon is that this cannot become public knowledge. If the Zealots heard about this, we'd be knee-deep in corpses by morning.
Governor, we've always worked together to find a common ground.
Well, I crucify your undesirables, and you... what do you do?
Has it been so long since you came to me and told me that we stand and fall together? Do I really need to remind you of all that I've done to ensure peace in this region?
Caiaphas, this is the Emperor's wish. It isn't my problem, it's yours. Deal with it.
There has to be a different way to approach this. If we work together to keep the region stable and calm and invisible almost, then I think the Emperor may well be distracted by other things.
That should be easy. We haven't had a riot here for at least a week.
That's not enough. You need blood. It's not enough to be quiet and stable, although it might help. Your Caligula has a taste for blood. So we find someone, destroy them very publicly, and let him know all about it. It will seem as if the whole of Judea is united and accepts Rome as its master. It's a piece of theater, that's all.
And who is this scapegoat?
Have either of you heard of a man called Saul? of Tarsus. Who is he? He was a good man. He was corrupted by the Nazarenes, and now he is a blasphemer and a danger to us all.
A danger? From what I understand, the Nazarene faith is a peaceful one.
They claim Jesus is king, not your emperor. That he is the Messiah, a god, not your Caligula. It's a direct challenge to Rome's authority, is it not?
When you consider all the trouble caused by the needless execution of Jesus...
Not needless at all.
I thought we were here to discuss the destruction of the city that you claim to love so well, and the massacre of your people. And this is all you can offer? Please, tell me. What will you do?
No, my dear. Wife of the governor and oppressor of our nation. The question is, what will you do?
You know, when I was coming here, I was so excited. Barnabas had told me so much about you. And yes, I know what we were to each other before, but I genuinely thought that when I saw you, you more than anyone, I thought it would be incredible. But you just sit there and judge me.
Why do you think he chose you?
Because nobody could have stopped me from getting to you except him. Let's go out. Let's preach his message.
Now we can go out. Because of you, we've been hiding!
Will you never let this go? Do none of you practice what you preach?
It's not that easy!
Isn't it? You all bicker and prattle like children when inside each of you is the greatest gift. And you have to share that with mankind. You have to. And I have to too.
You went after my daughter!
Yes, I did. All I've ever done is hurt you, Peter. Jesus should have struck me down, but he didn't. He forgave me. And I must beg you for your forgiveness too. Has he never had to forgive you for anything, Peter? You know, when Ananias came to my house, he told me that Jesus had sent him. He told Ananias that I will suffer. That I will suffer for his name. Oh, I will never forgive myself for what I did to you, but I am scared. I am so scared that the pain I feel right now is nothing compared to what will come. It would be easier to run, but I can't. Now, can we begin? I'm looking for someone.
Saul, Tarsus.
Hold down.
Well, we can't go. We can't go anywhere. We are prisoners in my own father's palace.
So we stay.
And do what? When that statue arrives, there will be carnage. We'll be ripped to pieces because of our association with Rome.
So we must prepare.
Prepare? What are you talking about? A statue of the Roman emperor will be placed in my father's temple, and it will be defiled.
Yes, and Jerusalem will rise up and there will be war.
Exactly. So we need to be back in Galilee. Far away.
No. Don't you see? There is no way that Pilate can survive this. When the statue comes, you The Herod of Galilee must be here, ready to take his place, reclaim what is rightfully yours, and get rid of these Jesus followers once and for all.
Who's there?
Why is Peter even talking to Saul?
Barnabas has vouched for him.
But as you said, why would our Lord pick him? It doesn't feel right.
I don't know. Jesus was always surprising us, wasn't he?
The high priest wishes to speak with Saul of Tarsus. Now, I believe that he is hiding here amongst you in this neighborhood. If anyone knows where this man is, then they would do well to tell me now.
Mary?
I need to see Peter. Now, I have to go now. Can you... I was supposed to deliver fresh linen.
I'll do that. It's fine. What is it? Are they in danger?
Yes. No, I don't... We all are. Maybe. I don't know.
Wait. Here, for the course.
Joanna.
Please. I want to help.
Thank you. I'll be back as soon as I can. As soon as...
What's that? Joanna, did I just see that woman take money?
We don't need it. We have plenty of money.
Who is it for?
The apostles. To help them spread the word.
The word of Jesus? After everything that's happened?
Yes. After you called me insane.
And saved your life.
It is my faith, chooser.
My love. I despair. Before Jesus, you were quiet and good and like all the rest, but now... I just don't know what to do with you.
I cannot be silent.
Do you always talk to your husband like that?
Of course.
Who told you you could speak that way?
Jesus gave me the strength.
Who is Jesus? Tell me about him.
How do we stop it? We are going to stop it, aren't we?
Us against the Roman army.
It's our temple.
All I'm saying is I'm not sure if we can, even if we wanted to.
Maybe we shouldn't try.
What?
The book of Daniel.
John.
The book of Daniel foretells this moment. At the temple, he will set up an abomination that will cause desolation.
That's right. The ruler who will come will destroy the city and the sanctuary.
So?
The end will come like a flood. War will continue to the end.
Exactly. Eternal war. Jesus warned us. He said it'd be worse than anything ever imagined.
Until the end. This could be the end.
Are you saying?
I don't know, but he did tell us.
Yes. When the abomination stands where it does not belong.
And Jesus will return.
When we find him, let's make a spectacle of the event. Let the world see what happens when you betray the high priest.
Maybe.
Maybe. That man is laughing at you.
Well, that's hard to know without seeing him in person.
So you have a better plan, clearly.
He's a scholar. A student of Gamaliel's. More importantly, a Jewish brother. We could have him stoned, as you suggest.
But how much better if we were to win him back and thereby prove the power of God?
You're just going to talk to him.
I'm going to show the world the true power of the temple.
Caiaphas.
We've condemned and blamed and bludgeoned our opinion on others for too long. It isn't working.
Rome has no such qualms about showing its strength.
Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge, but love your neighbor as yourself.
Or perhaps you should send the book of Leviticus to the Emperor, since you clearly seem to think it will solve all our problems.
I will talk to Saul, and then I'll decide what to do. Till then, there's nothing more to discuss.
A statue in the temple. Jesus warned us of this. We need a plan. We need to do something.
Sorry to burden you with this on top of everything else. How's Saul?
He's
irritating, vain, arrogant.
He encouraged the crowd to stone Stephen. He came after my daughter. He dragged men across the desert to kill me. He talks like he's in charge, and he never even knew Jesus, but still, it shouldn't matter. You believe him?
You know the temple guards are hunting for him. That's proof in itself. Why don't you welcome him in? You told me Jesus washed your feet once. How he upturned the order of everything. No one was too weak, too poor, too sinful. No one could be turned away.
Oh, Barnabas. He's not the arrogant one, I am.
Oh.
Why him?
Open up! Open up, I say! Saul of Tarsus! Open the door! Open up! Open the door! Open the door!
How bad will it be? If we plan carefully, we can limit the loss of life.
Limited?
Yes.
To what?
We should assume there'll be a full-scale rebellion. I fear there'll be Roman lives lost as well.
But what does that mean? Hundreds? Thousands?
I fear that won't be the end of it. No. I imagine there'll be several attempts to destroy the statue. This will last several weeks, maybe months, depending on how long it takes for them to accept it.
Why should they accept it?
Claudia.
No. We have to stop it coming.
How?
We think, we plan. You're the governor of Judea.
It can't be stopped. We can only plan for its arrival. I know, I feel the same, but that's all we can do. We must reinforce the garrison.
I can't believe you. This could be the end of the temple. How can you stand by and...
How can you not want Jesus to return?
I do, of course I do. But you can't be sure of that. Tell me you won't just sit by and watch it happen. Neither of you.
Simon.
Well now, some good news. We welcome Saul as our brother in Christ.
There is so much I need to ask you. Because listening to Peter upstairs, I'm worried you're not fully engaged in Jesus' message.
You've all lost your minds. All of you.
This is my fault.
No, Saul.
I have to make it right.
The temple guards, Saul.
I don't care.
I'll go. It's better that it's me.
Simon! Simon! If you just listen to me, you'll realize I'm right! Saul! Saul of Tarsus! Simon! Simon! Knew I'd catch you. You and your stupid loud mouth. You just don't know when to shut up, do you?
More? I've heard that if you want to meet certain people, then this is the place to come. Enemies of Rome? I have information, and it is vital I get it to them. The city will be destroyed otherwise.
Hear me, Mars. Please halt your lust for war in this place. And hear me, Vesta. Please protect this household from harm.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb.
Stay. Please. Did you plan well with my husband? Will the city be crushed?
I have my orders.
Oh, I forgot. You're just a soldier.
I am.
How easy your life must be.
Is there anything else?
No. Go away. Wait. I'm afraid. How do you prepare yourself for something like this?
I'm sure it won't come to that.
No. I'll be called to Rome before then. The Emperor has fixed his eye on me, and he will use me to punish Pilate. What will you do then?
I would not let that happen.
And if it were expressly ordered? Would you defend me?
Your husband would fight for you, I'm sure.
You men. How easily you destroy things.
I'm just...
I know. I know. Just go.
Very well.
Take him upstairs. This is the first step. You can get up and leave now if you want. You'll never see me again. We'll let you live in peace.
I need to talk to your leader. The future of the temple depends on it. I know Boaz is dead.
Boaz was never our leader. The second step takes you across the threshold. There's no return after that, Simon.
You know me.
We know what you are. And we accept your beliefs. We will protect you, and you will protect us, if you take the second step.
Right. Yes.
So, talk. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.